Supernumerary just means extra or in excess of the usual number. And this is an extra short little film in which we talk about titles. Well, I talk about titles. When I first moved to this country, students would say to me, how do I come up with a title? What about a title? How do I find a title? And I would think to myself, what are you talking about? Because in the States, a title is the thing that you put at the top of the essay. It's your title. And it took me years to realize that in this country, title also means topic. And they were actually asking me how to come up with a topic. Now, as you already know, the lecture this week has in part been about how to come up with a topic. But you haven't had any help about how to come up with a title. And for me, at least, the title of an essay, when I'm writing my own work, is important. It's the last thing I put on the essay, and I often spend a lot of time thinking about it, I myself. So I thought it might help you if you had a little guidance on how to create topics. And unsurprisingly, as you will come to learn, I have a handout for that. So here we go. The handout will be posted underneath along with all the other handouts. Some ideas for titles. So here we go. The basic serviceable title. If you just want a title, you're not going for anything fancy, you just want people to know what's going on, it's perfectly acceptable just to say an analysis of X, okay, an examination of Y, or the significance of here is my topic in here is the text. That's it. You don't need anything else. But if you're feeling a little more zesty, you could try the non-fancy but more than basic title. Questioning God in the Old Testament. Girdles as promises in Sir Gawain and the Green Knight. Your reader thinks, I'd like to know what's going on there. And then they continue on to read the essay. If you're feeling zestier and also slightly scholarly, you can use the colon. Academics love the colon. Normally, they put a little quotation from the work that they're working on in front of it, but you don't have to do that. You can just give like a hint, and then you put the actual topic after the colon. It's like you show them a little shoulder, and then after the colon, well, I leave that to your imagination. So here's the colon. Kisses, girdles, and vows. Symbols of promises in Sir Gawain and the Green Knight. Birds and wolves. Animal imagery in the Lays of Marie de France. See, you give them a little setup, then you explain things, which is actually how the colon works, but we'll get to that later. Final option. I love a pun. I love a pun. Puns are best made with colons. You make people laugh, but then you have to tell them what's actually going on. So, here we go. For example, Sir Gawain and the Green Light. A comparison of Sir Gawain and Jay Gatsby. What? You must be kidding. The meaning of truth in Beowulf, because what is the first word of Beowulf in Old English. Or low marks. Why capitalism succeeds and socialism won't. So these are all possibilities. Just because I love a pun doesn't mean you have to love a pun. You can use the basic title. You can use the non-fancy but slightly more than basic title. You can use the colon. You can use a pun with or without colon. Whatever suits you. But these are just some ideas for how you might come up with a title. Not a topic, but a title. And that, my friends, is all from me on this special supernumerary lecture. So I'm going to end in a not supernumerary way. Who's got two thumbs and is helping you come up with the title? This gal. But who's got two index fingers and now feels a little more secure about how to come up with essay titles? You do. See you in week 3.